January the 22nd. I guess the Lord had me in the right place, the right time, with the right commitment. I was president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And then we had agreed that, and I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed, after they signed their names to a petition, that we were going to march as a teacher group. And so on January 22nd, we met at Clark Elementary School here, which was the school where I attended the first grade through the sixth grade. We met upstairs, and we marched up a file. My partner was my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade science teacher. His name was Mr. A.J. Durgan. He was the incoming president of the Selma City Teachers Association. And we led that march, teachers, for the first time in the United States, coming down the steps of Clark Elementary School, down Lawn Street, down to Alabama Avenue, down to the courthouse. Teachers for the first time. Getting down to the county courthouse, that was standing next to the steps, the superintendent of education, the chairman of the board of education, to persuade me, because I was a teacher, to take the teachers back to the school because we had made a point, and that no longer should we try to pursue that right from that particular point. And I told them we had a right to be at the county courthouse. It was our courthouse. We were not backing down from our right to be there. And I asked the superintendent and the chairman of the board, who signed my check, to step aside. We went up those steps. Jim Clark had his deputies across the door, and he indicated that we were trying to make a mockery out of his courthouse. And we indicated to him that that was our courthouse also. He gave us 1 minute to move off of those steps. At the expiration of that minute, he took the billy club and jabbed us down the steps on the sidewalk. And my partner, Mr. A.J. Durgan, who, as I said, was my teacher, he was not quite used to that stuff like I was. And he asked me on the ground, he said, "What shall we do?" I said, "We are going back." He said, Yeah. And so we went back the second time. We jabbed down the steps after a minute, and he asked me the same question. I gave him the same answer, and he gave me the same response. The third time, when I really was trying to get all the teachers arrested, because teachers were not aware of the tremendous influence. They were the largest black professional group here in Dallas County. And so after going back the third time, he said, "If you don't go up these steps," Jim Clark said, "we're going to arrest you." I said to myself, "Exactly what I want you to do." And so at about 45 seconds before that minute expired, someone on the inside of the courthouse came and pulled him on the inside of the courthouse door and said, I didn't go in there with him, but I can imagine what they told him. "For goodness sake, don't arrest those teachers."
That's right. That's right. Welcome to the Lineage Podcast.
Welcome.
Once again, it's a great Thursday. Grateful to be here. And we appreciate everybody that's joining us that came in so far. You already know what time it is. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we love to come to y'all and have great discussions about the past, the present, and the future. And today is a great discussion and a great show we have lined up for the day. So you already know what time it is. You already know I got to go down the line. So if you don't have the book, Selma's Self-Sacrifice, you need to get that book, written by Frederick D. Reese and Miss Kathy Walters. You don't want to not have this book in your collection if you are a reader or if you're not a reader, especially if you're a reader and you want a nice autobiography, a compelling story. I mean, a great read. The artists and everyone that put it together did a great job. So you want to get that book, Selma's Self-Sacrifice. We keep telling y'all this. Now we kind of know what happens. We tell everybody to get the book, get the book, get the book. We tell everybody that we got trailers and we're trying to get a documentary. When we do this, and we have been on this journey for a minute. Then what happens? The trailer and the movie comes out, and then thousands of people want to buy the book. Okay, that's just how it is. But fortunately, y'all know us personally, so we telling y'all before everybody jump on the bandwagon to get the book. It's a great read. Also, if you haven't booked the FD Reese Historical Tour, you got to book it now. We're in the process of booking big groups. We're in the process of reaching out to schools so we can go to schools and then they can turn back and come to the tour, or vice versa. So please book the tour. Go on Viator or TripAdvisor and book the tour and search FD Reese Historical Tour. You'll see that picture behind my brother. See that picture there and click it. Now, before we got the show started, my uncle called me and said we do not promote History on Apparel enough. He was 100% right. If you do not, matter of fact, I have on a shirt right now that says, I know it takes time, but you shouldn't lose the focus, move, conquer. That was one of many quotes FD Reese said. So we have a lot of apparel on historyonapparel.com. So please go get that. And am I missing something right now? I don't think I'm missing something.
I mean, you see that picture behind me, boy. My face shows puffy.
Yeah, you done put in some work, bro.
And keep going. Anybody else who want to weight loss goal, keep going.
Yeah,
my face was puffy over there. Now it's kind of slimming down. I must say, I've been listening to First Nurse Kimberly, trying to take care of myself.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, but you're right. I can see it since I see both of the pictures. You know, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
When you go back and look at pictures, you be like, dang.
I see pictures of me. I'm like, ooh, out. Couldn't breathe, man.
Hey, it's a great thing that you putting the work in now. So
I meant to send you a picture, man. Before we get the show started, man, we want to kind of I want to give my condolences to our god sister Amanda Jackson. She lost her father.
Amanda Green, get it right. Put some respect on it.
Amanda Green. Mr. Jackson. Let me. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But our prayers out to the Jackson family. That was a great man, and it's always hard losing a parent. I don't know how that feels. I've seen people go through it, so our prayers are with Amanda and her sisters, and Sugar and Kwanda and Cece, all his children. I just wanted to say that. I meant to send you a picture that I had for him.
You can send it to me now. I can upload
it. Okay.
But yeah, to elaborate on that, it's man, when you lose loved ones, it's always sometimes you question God, man, just to be honest, and especially when you start, parents and children, man, and unfortunately, our dear God sister has lost both, so she has experienced the loss of both. So we send prayers out to Amanda. We love you, and I texted and told her she need anything, hit me up. But Amanda's a warrior, so you already know what time it is.
That's right.
Amanda's a warrior, so she's strong, and she's strong in her face. So she gonna get through it, and we gonna get through it with her. Whatever we need to do, whatever we got to do, we here. What else I said? Why you sending me that picture? Yes, book the historical tour if you have not booked the tour. Man, me and my brother, we've been talking a lot about a certain things we gonna do that we're trying to do. One of the ideas he came up with was great. I tell y'all before we bring First Nurse. I know First Nurse ready. Before we bring First Nurse, every time we are in Selma, and if someone stops us, they always have a FD Reese story. All the time, bro. They have an FD Reese story, and we thinking about trying to put something together for all these FD Reese stories, to put something together to where people can record it and tell their story, tell their FD Reese story. Whether he was their principal, he was their teacher, He was their pastor. He was just a confidant. Whatever he was to you, we're gonna try to give a chance to shed light on that. I'm trying to upload this right quick, man. So yeah, we're thinking about doing that. We still are in the inner works for the library tour.
Boy, hey, you say it right, huh?
Yeah, for the library. We still in the inner works for that. So keep on the lookout for that. And I know I'm trying to do 100 things at once here, but yeah, we still in. Why won't this? Something going on with this, man. For some reason, it won't. You can't see that, can you? No. For some reason, yeah, it won't load right. But yeah, we still in the works with the library too. So everybody be on the lookout for that. Yeah, for some reason, bro, this thing ain't loading.
Okay.
It won't load. But yeah, our prayers are with Amanda and her family. And we here, man. It's losing a parent is tough. I already know. Anastasia, president of the foundation, said we should have updates on the library tour tomorrow. So we're gonna keep y'all posted about that. But anyway, so we have paid our condolences. We have said the church announcement. So now it's time to bring First Nurse Kimberly Reese up and give us our health segment of the day. So y'all do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with First Nurse Kimberly Reese. So hold on one second. What's going on, Kim?
What's up? How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Hello,
everyone. Go ahead, MJ.
Yeah, I said I know you ready. I'm out your way now.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, go ahead.
Happy Thankful Thursday. I'm happy to be here live with you guys in person today to give you a weekly dose of health information. So this past Saturday, I had the blessing and I was honored to attend the 17th annual Women and Heart Disease Conference. I have a picture up here of me posting next to the poster. So I went to the 17th annual Women Health Conference hosted by a team of cardiologists from Emory. Some of the doctors who spoke, I have a little picture of them. They were named Dr. Lombard, Dr. Parashar, Dr. Chutson, Dr. Izadel, and Dr. Patel. So they were cardiologists who talked to us about the different issues of women's heart disease. The main topic of discussion was obesity. That was the main point of discussion. And what stood out to me was the fact that I learned that when your body gets to a certain weight, it creates a set point, which makes it harder to lose weight. I thought that really stood out for me. It did. So I have a little on the next photo. It was talking about the set point, or maybe I skipped. I'm sorry, MJ. I probably did. But the thing is, the dietary intake, physical activity, GI hormones, central nervous system hormones, and genetic makeup, they all determine how much you weigh. And I actually have a video. It's a 1:29 video of one of the cardiologists discussing it. Did I give that to you, MJ?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys watch this clip, and she goes more in depth in the conference of what determines your body weight actually.
Complicated, but I can simplify it for you and tell you it basically comes down to the dietary intake or nutrition that we put into our body, the physical activity and sort of the way we expend those calories, our GI hormones, our central nervous system hormones, and our genetics. And all of those 5 factors come together to create what is come together to regulate our weight, okay? And they determine our set point. And what's particularly difficult for patients with obesity is that once your weight is higher, your body and your brain register that higher weight as your set point. And so if you're trying to lose weight, your body is constantly trying to get you back up to that set point. And so it's an uphill battle to lose that weight, and it's an uphill battle to maintain that weight loss. Okay, and I think this is not a concept that's universally understood, but if you're going to treat these patients, you have to understand just how hard it is to do. So primary prevention is the best. But given where we are in the US today, primary prevention isn't an option for a lot of your patients. They already have obesity, and so we have to meet them where they are. So if I think about the pathophysiology of how obesity relates to cardiac disease, I think this model is what most of us are familiar with. Patients who have obesity are more likely to have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, sleep apnea, and those things mediate the increased incidence of cardiovascular disease.
So again, I thought that was a important thing to point out. Set point. Your body automatically creates a set point when it gets to a certain point, or a certain weight rather, and then you have to fight an uphill battle to change that set point or to knock it out of that set point to start losing weight. Also in the conference, they talked about BMI, the BMI scale, and the fact that the BMI scale is actually inaccurate and can be a misleading tool. So the BMI stands for body mass index. How you get your BMI is when you get your weight in kilogram and you divide it by the square of your height in meters. So that's how you determine your BMI. I actually have a scale as well. The scale shows if your BMI is between 25 to 29.9, you're overweight. Normal BMI is between 18.5 and 24.9. As you see the yellow, that means you're underweight. Green, normal. Orange, overweight, again, 25 to 29.9. 30 and above, you're considered obese. And 40 and above, you're considered morbidly obese. So for years, we've been going by the scales, healthcare professional, this particular scale, the BMI, and it's actually known to be not useful. The reason why is because this structure was based on Western Caucasian European men. So going forward in medicine, they're going to use a little as a tool, but they're going to shy away from it and mainly look at the waist circumference, meaning your abdominal fat, the visceral fat in your abdomen. That's what they're going to use. The visceral fat in your abdomen, the bigger that is, that's indication that you have disease, because that's where mainly your organs are, your liver, your heart, that's in your abdominal cavity. And if it's a lot of fat around there, most likely you're more prone to hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol. So that's the main way of how they determine the makeup of your body or how healthy you are. Also, they do A1C levels and physical activity. Also, they also explained that at the conference, the obesity is a complex disease, which is when the body is in a chronic state of inflammation. If you go back, MJ, you just had that picture. That's this picture represents inflammation. On your body is inflamed in a chronic state, and that brings on disease. And on the next picture, they also discussed that it's a different array of causes of obesity. It's not just from being the fact that you're lazy or not motivated. They also talked about the myths, the fact that most people look at obesity as you're lacking willpower, not caring about your appearance, and you don't want to go and work out or not motivated. But that's far from the truth. Obesity is actually a complex array of diseases and reasons of why you can be obese. A lot of people don't realize, but lack of sleep can contribute to obesity. Rest is very important in the process of losing weight. If you want to lose weight, not only exercise, but you need to rest as well. Lack of sleep causes imbalance of hormones that control appetite. Also, genes and family history, that plays a big position of how much you weigh and your obesity. Medications, also in your environment, you may have a demanding work schedule and you may have a hard time getting to the gym. Also, easy access of inexpensive, high caloric processed foods. If you have a McDonald's right up the street, you're going to be more prone to get McDonald's than trying to go to a farm and getting fresh fruits and vegetables and cooking. It's just about convenience. So these are all the reasons that make up reasons why somebody could be obese. Also, they talked about just as well as you take medicine for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or medical problems, as for long-term care, healthcare professionals are now starting to look at this as a long-term issue, and you should treat obesity accordingly, whether it's with medication or even surgery, they mentioned. So, all said, I do want to promote walks. We got to stay active, stay moving. So, we are having a walk coming up. I feel that you guys may want to know about. If you want to take place in the walk, it's actually the first annual 5K walk and run that will be held on Saturday, September 9th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can register at hopeforhumanity.us, or you can contact Bernitha at 404-981-8876. It starts at Yellow Ridge Park and it ends at the same place. The purpose of this walk is to raise donation for the homeless and low-income population. And there's also another walk. It's a heart walk, actually. It'll be held on Saturday, September 30th by the American Health Association. You can register at greateratlantahealthwalk.org. And the purpose of this walk is to donate funds for medical research and CPR training. And that's all I have for you today.
We appreciate your First Nurse Kimberly Reese always giving us the great health topics and giving us the great information. And you know what? I must say, lately here I haven't been getting a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
So I need to go ahead and stop playing with and get my sleep, because I do be working out and I'm eating better. Mm-hmm. But since you say sleep attributes to it too, I got to tighten up on that.
Yeah, so, sleep. If you don't sleep, you can't release those. You can't relax. So to fight burn fat, you have to relax. It's a balance. It's all about homeostasis. You want to have a balance of sleep and being active. Just try to balance your schedule. So
there you go. See, we got to have a balance, y'all. To the lineage listeners, we got to have a balance. We appreciate First Nurse Kimberly Reese. Look, we got a great topic today, so y'all don't go nowhere. When me and my brother come back, we're gonna get into the topic. And y'all feel free to join in like y'all always do. Join in and leave your comments. So we appreciate you, First Nurse Kimberly Reese.
That's my honor.
All right, we'll be back.
I persuaded teachers for the first time to engage in a teachers' march. And so we agreed that we were going to march.
Nice.
First of all, serving notice on our nation. It's Dr. Frederick Douglass Reese.
We march. We march. We march.
He said, what shall we do? I said, we are going back. He said, yeah.
Welcome back to the Lineage Podcast.
Got some breaking news, man. Right now, as we speak, Trump is riding down, look like 75, 85, on his way to get his to surrender. Donald Trump.
So
But I just want to get breaking news. That's live. Yeah, I'm looking at it on my other screen over here. You know, I try to get my updates as we speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he riding. Right.
And he going Fulton County, right?
Yeah, down there. He said something earlier, I forgot what he said, but something real crazy. My trainer Jay was reading to me where he was talking about Fulton County Jail. This is the dirtiest, low class, something about some jail in America, and it's just a disgrace. You know how he get them words, man.
Yeah. Man, Trump. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so I think this happened on, when was they indicted? Was it the 15th? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was the 15th where the what was it, 18 people, 16 people? I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
But these are the different mug shots of all the people that were that have been indicted and that are set to see what their outcome is. I'll just read. Donald Trump, 18 allies were indicted in Georgia. Yeah, this was on the 15th on Monday. So over the efforts to overturn his 2020 election loss in the state, with prosecutors using the statute normally associated with mobsters to accuse the former president, lawyers, and other aides of a criminal enterprise to keep him in power. The nearly 100-page indictment details dozens of acts by Trump or his allies to undo his defeat, including beseeching Georgia's Republican Secretary of the State to find enough votes for him to win the battleground state, harassing an election worker who faced false claims of fraud and attempted to persuade Georgia lawmakers to ignore the will of voters and appoint a new slate of electoral college electors favor to Trump. In one particularly brazen episode, is also outlines a plot involving one of his lawyers to access voting machines in a rural Georgia county and steal data. The indictment alleges that rather than abide by Georgia's legal process for election challenges, the defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election result. That was Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, whose office brought the case, said at a late night news conference. That's why this show is called Bad Truth or Good Lies. So as a nation, why do we accept and entertain the good lies that seem to be good over the bad truth? I can go on. I can give hundreds of examples how our nation has overlooked certain things. We can go in the Black community. We can talk for years about the disenfranchisement and everything of our nation when it comes to how people are treated unfair and how certain people in power can get slaps on the wrist and things can get overlooked, and even all the way up, as we can see, all the way up to the president of the United States. So no one is overlooked when it comes to this, but for some reason, a lot of people higher in power, they get away with certain things. So
yep, that's true. People do, man. They get away with it. And for everybody who thinks Donald Trump is going to jail, he's not going to jail.
He's not going to jail.
Go put that picture back up. I got to say this. I'm tilted. Put that picture back up.
Okay, let me find it.
Everybody's gonna blame the black man down there. Hey, LJ, about when it's all said and done, he's gonna be the mastermind. He's gonna be the mastermind behind all this, LJ.
Is it?
And this you can take it down now. This is the thing with this. I'm very interested to see who's gonna fold.
Yeah,
because the big thing about this, a lot of them are old.
Correct.
And some of them won't go to jail. Okay, MJ. And so, do you pin it on Donald Trump? Because at the end of the day, Donald Trump has to have Secret Service. Now, I think Donald Trump might make them change the law on if a president is indicted so many times or have so many indictments. Do you take the Secret Service away, or do you allow for him to run again? Like right now, Donald Trump is going to run, and he is leading in the polls.
Leading the polls, bro.
By a great percentage.
How many polls? How many? By hold on.
Like I think like 3 or 4 polls he's leading. Yeah. And the highest one is like it's like 70-30.
Right.
Something crazy.
Right.
But what's interesting to see how does Congress approach the future, because remember when you had situations when the Union and the Confederacies come back together, that's how they created state laws and states' rights to bring them back into the Union. Correct. What are they gonna do to try to keep America bulletproof against people like Donald Trump in the future?
It'll be a circus, dog.
Yeah, but the thing about it, do the rest of these people pin everything on Donald Trump? Because like right now they buddy and they talking on the phone. But like T.I. said, everybody cool until they put you behind them doors and show you what they got on you. Then the ones who's not Donald Trump and they in their 70s, and you talking about we got you 40, 50 years, even though we know they're not gonna get that long, but just even spending for some of these people to spend 5 years in jail is a lot.
Gonna put 15 on you.
That's right, because remember, these are state charges. You know what I'm saying? State time is harder than federal time, even though federal time you got to do 85% of the time.
Right.
But state time is harder. So I can't wait to see play by play who's going to buckle. I want to know who legs are shaking right now.
Alec, it's definitely going to be some buckle and fold in there.
Because at the end of the day, Donald Trump at the end of the day, I'm a billionaire. If I don't run for president again, oh well, I got enough money. I go live in Florida at my golf course. I still got Secret Service. Everywhere I go, I get chauffeur. I got money. It doesn't matter to Donald Trump. That's what people don't realize.
Right.
Donald Trump is for Donald Trump. Okay?
Yeah.
So the rest of these cats.
Let me put that picture. I want to see who's gonna fold. Okay.
Let's look in their eyes real quick, LJ.
That
who's gonna fold?
Man, the first lady up top, I don't know. She's smiling. I don't know.
She might not fold. I don't know.
Might not fold. Number 3, he definitely gonna fold.
Yeah, in the blue shirt.
Yeah, he folded.
He fold.
Yeah, 3 and 4 definitely folded.
If all our listeners and people that's looking, who do you think? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 out of 11, who gonna fold? Y'all put it in the chat box. Who y'all think fold?
Number 3 folded, number 4 folded. Okay. Number 5, he folded.
Okay. What about Mayor? You think he gonna fold?
Mayor ain't gonna fold.
Oh, MJ, I think Mayor gonna fold, MJ. I think he gonna put him and Donald Trump relationship on the line. He gonna say, look, I'm not spending no time in jail for nobody. And the point is, Donald Trump is not finna pay for all their defense attorneys. He's not, MJ, because he know he's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
He knows, so they ain't got enough money. See, what this gonna be the money game. How much money these cats got to sustain and withstand this blow.
Yeah. Anastasia said it's the smile for me. I know her, man, that's a smile. Penny said number 5 is folding.
Number 5 folding.
Yeah, he folded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These cats don't, I'm trying to tell you, MJ. They didn't listen to Donald Trump so long that they don't realize Donald Trump is for himself. Now, that's just what it is about Donald. You know, he for himself. He a businessman, and whoever, if you understand a businessman like him, some of the things he do is correct. You know what I'm saying? You can't, I'm not gonna sit here on this podcast and say Donald Trump is 100% wrong.
Oh no.
Can't do that.
Some of the stuff he's been saying lately though went on point.
Everything that went on in 2020, Donald Trump, and I still stand by this. Donald Trump would have walked into the White House for another 4 years if he would at least told people to put on a mask. If he would have said the coronavirus is real and put on a mask, he would have walked MJ into the White House.
Okay, hold on. Daddy said what daddy numbers is.
Daddy
3, 6, and 8. So my man in the blue, everybody know he fold. He fold. 4, 5, 6. Lady in the middle, daddy said she folded.
And the redhead at the bottom.
Oh yeah. The redhead at the bottom. She looked like this ain't what I signed up for.
Yeah. She like, I got my grandbabies. I cannot miss my grandbabies for 5 years. I don't care if it's 3.
Yeah. Anastasia said 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8.
Golly.
Yeah, they folded.
But
everybody's saying 3, 5, and 6, and 8. They folded.
And let me tell you something. The black dude better fold first. He better walk.
He said all of them. Yeah.
He should have went in there today talking.
Yeah, he should have went in there.
What's gonna happen? They got MJ. He's the young. He looks like he's about the youngest outside the top white lady, the first one. He's the youngest, so they're gonna say, "Look, he can do the time."
We'll put some on his books while he in there.
On his books, but he's young enough. You know, they gonna start.
Yeah, I'm looking up. Oh yes, sir. Number 4, listen. Number 4, he looked at least 85. He ain't got it.
He about 78, MJ.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm in the next couple of weeks. I guarantee CNN and Fox, their ratings finna go back up.
You already know
it's gonna go back up, y'all, because you got all these cases coming up. Even though Donald Trump is not going to jail, I don't care what nobody say.
He not, bro.
And all they're trying to do is keep him from running in 2024.
But he running.
He gonna run, bro.
He running.
He gonna win. He gonna win a nomination. He gonna win.
He gonna win. Oh wait, you predicting Donald Trump is gonna win the Republican?
Yeah, hands down. He gonna win. MJ, listen to me. Donald Trump will be. MJ, he ain't got to do damn debate. And Donald Trump will be the Republican nominee, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. Nominee in 2024. Mark my word, bro. Hands down, Jay. They gonna MJ. MJ.
Hey, Anastasia said she watching number 1. She off, bro. Yeah, she says, bro. She is just too happy to be there, bro. Them the ones, man. Those are the ones. You got to watch her.
MJ.
Yeah, you got to watch her.
Donald Trump would be the nominee.
Yeah, Penny said he is, absolutely.
If you believe otherwise, something is wrong.
But let me say it, bro.
Nominee. And let me tell you something, MJ. How much this might, I'm going to be totally honest with all our listeners. If you don't watch out, if Joe Biden stay asleep, Donald Trump will walk in as president in 2025 January. You will see Donald Trump inauguration, and he will be saying, when no one shows up again, he would say it's fake news. We're gonna start this circuit all over.
It's fake news.
He thought he's have another 4 years.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say though, bro. The 4 years, but it was entertaining though.
It was comical, LJ. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every day it was something.
Hey man.
But it's the truth though, MJ. It's the truth. Donald Trump, if they don't watch out, Donald Trump will be president of the United States in 2025. He will win the presidency on the first Tuesday of November if you don't watch out, MJ. That's just the truth. Without being in not one Republican debate, he can do it, MJ. He ain't got to do a debate. Everybody know what Donald Trump stands for. What do he got to say in debate? He looks at them as peasants and said they can debate all they want to All I'm gonna do is figure out who the vice president I'm gonna choose. That's all he's doing right now. That's all he's doing right now, LJ.
Hey, Mama Emma, is my mother-in-law. She said we cannot take another 4 years of Donald. Hey man, and Kimberly said, please don't say that. No.
MJ.
And Penny said he will win.
I don't care what people say. We have to be honest with ourselves. Okay.
Yeah, because let me ask you this. Because let's keep it 1,000, bro. He got more ammunition now in a debate than he had when he won. Because he's going to, if he had a debate, let's just say hypothetically, he went against Joe Biden. He is going to eat Joe alive on economy.
Yeah.
The state of America, like.
No, the only difference that what Donald Trump had was civil unrest.
Well, that's true.
He still almost won without
right.
The civil unrest didn't matter. It was all about the coronavirus, how he handled the coronavirus.
How he handled it, right.
Because people went to the polls and said, because of your carelessness, because you was careless, that I had aunties, mother, father, grandparent died because you went on there and said that the coronavirus is a political virus given by the Democratic Party, and it's not real. And then you went behind closed doors and took the vaccine and got special treatment because you was a president. That's the only reason why Donald Trump lost the election. Even with all the civil unrest with George Floyd, this and that, he still was gonna win, bro.
Yeah. Because the China, remember he kept saying the China virus,
which he was right on that, but you know what I'm saying? But this time around, I don't remember in recent history, I don't know a president who won the election when the economy was going downward. If you look at George Bush, George H.W. Bush, the reason Clinton beat him was because of the economy in 91, 92 was going down.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Daddy said Donald Trump, if he runs on a black crime bill,
he wins hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down.
I'm with that.
Issue.
Hands down.
Had it right on that.
And they said, listen, this is about to be the biggest reality show today on many levels.
That's right. If Donald Trump runs on a black crime bill, he wins hands down, because guess what?
He'll get something.
See then that the aging generation of black people vote is not really gonna matter, because you're gonna have them young folks come out there and vote for him. You're gonna have the business black man come vote for him. You're gonna have the young thug black man gonna go register to vote and go vote for him.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So then you're gonna have some women who understand business.
Right.
They're gonna vote for him, bro. If he won a black crime bill, this is what folks been praying for.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is the one president of the Republican Party who has the kahunas enough to do it.
To put the black crime bill in there.
On it.
I promise you, and he wouldn't care what.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Even if he don't do it, if he run, he'll say it, MJ.
Yeah.
He'll say it.
He'll say it.
He'll say it.
Yeah.
In the Republican Party will eat it up. They'll say, yeah, we'll give them what the racist white Republican will say, yeah, we'll give them what they want. We're gonna do something for it, so they'll make it seem like they're doing something for black people.
Correct.
Be careful. Look, Donald Trump is not gone, y'all. Hey, he's raging. I'm trying to tell you, man. Don't sleep on him.
Cause you 100% right. Cause I don't see no one beating him, especially in the Republican Party.
No,
I don't see no one.
What's his name in Florida? DeSantis, whatever his name.
DeSantis,
however you pronounce his name. He's not there yet.
He's not.
Pence can't beat him, but he would get more of the conservative vote, and he's not going to get the radical Republicans.
No.
But right now you have more of the radical Republicans that's running the party.
Yeah, Trump know how to rise them up. Trump. He know how to rise them up, dog.
Right now, the Republicans got to be honest with themselves. It is the Donald Trump Republican Party. That's just what it is. It's not the Tea Party. It's not the Republican Party. It is the Donald Trump Republican Party. And at the end of the day, one thing Republicans stand on, they believe in winning.
Yeah.
They don't believe right or wrong.
Right.
They don't believe in that.
They want to win.
They believe in winning, MJ.
Yeah.
Winning. The Democrats believe in going across the aisle and talking. They don't believe in winning. They believe in pleasing everyone. The Republicans believe in win first.
Right.
And then we'll get
then we'll cross that bridge.
We'll cross that, but we want to win.
Right.
That's the truth, MJ. That's
100%.
You can't be mad at them.
So let me ask you a question. If Donald Trump came and said, I am implementing a black crime bill,
a black hate crime bill,
black hate crime bill, where would your vote stand?
Who would I vote for?
Yeah.
If Donald Trump, let me tell you something. I'm going to say, and black folks might disagree with me on this. Even God went to Satan and said, have you thought of my servant Job? Had a conversation with him, MJ.
You consider my servant Job? Yeah.
Let me tell you something, MJ. Donald Trump came out there and said that I am running, and I guarantee if you give me the Senate in the House that I am going to sign a black hate crime bill. If you get my vote, I'm voting for him. My wife don't like what I just said, but it's and I will convince other young black people to vote for him. Let's see, MJ, I'm being real. I'm about results. It's not about voting how my grandparents vote and how my parents vote. It's about voting for results. That's what we should be about, MJ. As American citizens, we got to vote for results. And at the end of the day, we need a hate crime bill. Simple as that. Tell me this. Joe Biden passed a Asian hate crime bill, but Asians vote more Republicans. So they went and had a conversation with their devil. Be honest with us. I'm being real.
But you know that was strategic by Democrats to do that.
To bring them over.
To bring the Asians over.
So Donald Trump, remember, black people got to remember this. See, now, it switched faces, but blacks used to be Republicans because black was conservatives.
Right.
Until you see Jim Crow come into place, this is when you start seeing out of Reconstruction. See, I'm going to give a history lesson that most of these history teachers ain't teaching. That black folks need to understand. Most of your first, remember, John Lewis was the first black House of Representatives since Reconstruction. See, we don't understand the Reconstruction years. When we were in the House of Representatives, we were Republicans. Republicans were conservatives. But then you start seeing Jim Crow, you start seeing the Republican Party start taking more of the racist identity.
Right.
You can start seeing Confederate flags being raised in America until the time after Reconstruction when you start seeing Jim Crow come around.
Right.
Then you start seeing the children. That's why they start calling the children of the Confederacy start raising themselves up. Okay, so that's when you start seeing that flag around, and that's in the Republicans took on that identity and start voting out those individuals, those black people who were in the House of Representatives of Republicans.
Then after Jim Crow, remember they would put certain laws in for Democrats so we can vote Democrat.
See, a lot of people don't realize Lyndon B. Johnson signed the 1965 Voting Rights Act, but even the Democratic Party had embedded racist mindset, because what they did, they said that not only we're going to be the party give you the right to vote, but we're going to control to make sure you continue to vote, because they put laws in place to make black people vote Democrat.
Democrat, right?
If you want to know more about that, go to the great J.L. Chestnut, who was a civil rights attorney during the time they were doing the voting rights movement in Selma. He breaks that down to you I would get the paper that I have in our collection and post it so you can read it yourself. So that was done by design for black people to continue to vote Democrat. Okay, now what I'm saying to black people now is, if Donald Trump said that, I don't care who passed it, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Pence, if they gonna help black people as a whole, as a black hate crime bill, that's something that we can say that's a good talking point. That's a point to bring us to the table.
Right.
Forget all that other stuff, MJ.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the president ain't voted on their morals, MJ.
Right.
They pray on us to vote, to say they need to vote on the morals, but they vote their interests and they vote policy, MJ.
Exactly.
Because it takes more than the president to make policy happen. So why I got to vote on one man's moral?
Right. And 100%. I was just about to say that, bro. Because I remember when I was debating with somebody about Barack Obama, and they were saying, well, teen pregnancy went down and this, that, and the third. There was a lot of things that went down, in the black community. But what I was saying then is, but things are done specifically for other groups and not for our group. So we have to be selfish. So I'm 100% agreeing with you. We got to be about black first.
Results. We got to be about results.
That's what we got to be about.
We got to be about results.
And I know I ain't talking about, I'm talking about black results.
That's right, because they do Asian results. They
Correct.
do Asian policy.
Correct.
That come on, MJ. They've been giving, MJ. They've been giving green. How you think when you see a lot of foreigners come over here, they get green cards. They do what you call they have not just fundraisers, but they are sponsored.
Yeah.
They raise money for them to come over to start a life for even foreigners. But when it comes to black people, it's nothing. We get nothing tangible. We just get whatever other American citizen can get.
Right.
The right to vote. A right to vote one, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do me a favor. That's what a citizen should get. You get what I'm saying? Giving funding to our schools, to the HBCUs. You didn't do nothing special for us. That's what other universities get. Alabama get it. Georgia get it. Georgia Tech get it. Everybody get funding. So when you get the fund, when you give federal funding or state funding to the HBCU, you didn't do black people a favor because you've been giving the white institutes the same thing.
Right. Right.
So where's the favor? Where is the payback for the 300 years, 244 years of slavery and the 50 years of Jim Crow? You just did something that you've been doing for everybody else.
Yeah, give me what you owe me.
So if you specifically say, hey, we're gonna give you a black hate crime bill. Now I got to look at that and say, okay, you got my attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't ever like me for saying it.
Yeah. We don't have to like the man, just the results we need. And the state side, I'd vote for Trump. Just saying, we need the results at this point. And my vote is for sale. I've been thinking long and hard about this. I'm not voting on my emotions.
That's
just
right.
to see the same results. And results have not been black oriented. It's been inclusion of others, helping others. 100% right.
Think about it.
It's a tough. It's a tough. And it's kind of.
It is.
It's unique that you and me can have this position, considering.
Oh yeah.
Who our grandfather.
That's right.
Is.
That's right, MJ.
But let's keep it 1,000 of what a lot of people don't understand. Our grandfather was about his people first.
That's right.
He wasn't attached to a party. Trust me. If Granddaddy was in his 30s right now,
he'll be loving this conversation we have.
He will be loving this conversation right here.
Because you know what? Best believe FD was alive during when he saw that Asian crime bill pass.
Oh yeah.
And I would have went in the room like I always do. Hey, Granddad.
Right.
Now how we can't get a crime bill? We vote Democrat now. Because me and Granddad had them tough conversations.
Right.
Granddad, you tell me.
Right.
You let me know, since you are the chief orchestrator of the voting rights movement.
Right.
As a voter, what you're gonna tell me that the Democrats who we've been funding for all these years, our tithe, I say, our talent, our treasure and our time to the Democratic Party. And the first opportunity they get when they have the Senate, the president, Senate, and the House, they pass an Asian crime bill. They pass something for the LGBTQ community.
Correct.
But then when we say we need a black crime bill, everything y'all got beat on the Edmonds Pettus Bridge and all this, granddaddy, they look over y'all for this. Shouldn't we go over to the Republican Party and say, are you going to give us this? We got a lot of votes, a lot of voters.
Yeah. Right.
And they say, well, yeah, we'll give you that. So FD, what would you do? He would have said, well, I think
he would have cleared his throat first.
He would have he would say, well, Alan, you know, he wouldn't have had the passion in his voice like I usually talk, but he would have gotten this tone. He would say, well, you know, that is something to consider.
Right.
And that's if that's the way y'all feel like y'all need to go in this generation. Well, by all means, that's what you do.
Right.
That's the type of person he was.
100%.
That's the type of person he was.
100%.
He wouldn't make a decision for you. So that's great to consider. So in this time, FD will be like, hey, if they're gonna give us a black hate crime bill and talk about reforming, hey, we got something to talk about.
Right.
And then you go in there, we're gonna do some specifically for the black farmers and the agriculture out here in Georgia and Alabama. Hey, we got something to talk about, MJ.
Talk about. That's right.
That's tangible.
Because think about what Granddaddy said. He said, I wasn't just concerned about getting the vote, but what you gonna do with the vote.
I'm finna say, Granddad, we finna show you what
we finna show you what we do with the vote.
We gonna go to Trump. Man, you ain't listen, black folks got to learn that you ain't gotta like a person to get results. They need you. They need your vote. This ain't about friendship.
Well, let's be honest. Black folks know that. This is the thing, because they work at a job where they don't like co-workers and supervisors and managers and presidents of the companies. But they still go because they need to take care of their family and they need something out of it. And so they still go, they suck their opinions up. They be quiet in all the meetings. They talk trash amongst themselves. And then when it comes to the meetings, they don't say nothing. So what I'm saying is they understand that for me to get the results that I need, I can coexist in the same building or coexist in the capacity with you and not particularly like you.
That's right.
They understand that because black people are all around the world, the nation, go to work, go to jobs, go to grocery stores, go to churches, and there's somebody they don't like, but they coexist.
That's
so
right.
This is exactly what I'm saying. So they understand that.
It is.
And the state said FD was about results for his people. He did not mind addressing the elephant in the room. He was bold and controversial in the right way. He got results. It's befitting you all think this way, actually. Well, yeah.
Because remember, FD never going against the Democrats. All the cats, Joe T. Nim, them cat Democrats, MJ.
Democrats, correct.
Shoot, that's just what it was.
Right.
You know, it just black people got to understand how they live their life is how they got to understand democracy. You leverage your time and your body for your job. You know what I'm saying? And there's some things that you don't agree with your job. There's some things you stand up for that you make changes. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with voting, man. I ain't got to like Biden or Trump. I ain't looking at the party. I'm looking at the person. I'm looking at the policy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they need to change the laws too. We should be able to vote cross party lines. You know, I can't stand that when you vote, like if you go and vote for the not the midterms, but say you go vote when the primaries come out and you say you vote for Donald Trump for the Republican Party. Well, you can't cross over and vote Democrat. You got to vote party line. Now, I need to see both of them because there's some Republicans I want to vote for and there's some Democrats I want to vote for. You get what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
They got to stop that party line. Just vote down the line. No, man. I don't want to vote down the line.
I think what they should do, man, which they're not going to do because it's, we talking politics. What they should do, man, they should let every person that run have at least one thing that they're going to pass. And when you vote for them, if they win, it automatically passes.
They ain't gonna do that.
Because
They ain't no control.
Exactly. Because think about it. Let's say that was implemented. Donald Trump saying, I'm gonna do a black crime hate bill.
Mm-hmm.
And if Donald Trump wins,
Mm-hmm.
that black crime hate bill is automatically implemented.
That one thing that can go to his desk, he signed.
Automatically.
They're gonna do that.
Because then that'll cause more people to vote on policy and cross lines. Because if a Republican, let's say I've been voting Democrat, which I have all my life, and a Republican has a particular policy that I want to vote on,
Mm-hmm.
why can't I vote
Mm-hmm.
for that particular policy?
Mm-hmm.
Because they want you to they want it to be party against party, man.
That's right. And they don't want to see right now, black people should have this, MJ. In our church, this 2020, what we in 2024?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we should be filling stuff out at the church, at colleges, HBCU, what we want. Split it up. 45 and up, 44 and down. What's important. And what we can do, once we tally all that information up, you know what I'm saying? You come up with a number.
Right.
Guarantee 44 and up, 45 and up, gonna say Social Security is important to them. Unions are important to them. Things like that is gonna be important to them.
Yeah, 401k,
right. This and that.
Mm-hmm.
44 and down gonna talk about reparation, crime bill, this and that, all that.
Correct.
And so we get all that information, put it in, and then we turn around and say these are the things that black people. These are the top 3 things or 4 things that black people want.
Mm-hmm.
And you send it to both parties.
Correct.
And then whichever one say, we're gonna make that happen. We get in our church, we gotta understand it.
Correct.
The Republican Party has decided to adhere at what we want.
Mm-hmm.
And if they get the presidency, the House, and the Senate on the federal level, they have decided these are the things that it's gonna be on their desk to pass in the first year of their presidency.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to make sure that we go back in midterms and we have a trustworthy relationship that they passed.
Correct.
Every black person should be at the poll and vote Republican.
That's right.
In the next 4 years, we do it again.
Right.
We say, okay, y'all, presidency coming up. Let's put on there what we want. Tally it up. Whatever is the top 3 or 4 things. Now, if my top 3, 4 things don't come up, I just got to be like, okay, well, it come up, I'm gonna still follow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What they replace, I'm still gonna go to the polls and vote what we have decided as a people.
Correct.
That's all we gotta do, MJ. And then guess what? The next 4 years, it might be the Democratic Party. It might say, look, we'll give it to you. Okay, y'all.
Right.
They decided.
Then that'll be the definition of leveraging your vote.
That's how you leverage your vote, black people.
Yeah.
Let's start telling these pastors and get this information out there.
They don't want that, Alan.
Let's go. Let's stop having these emotional sermons. Let's have these about what they doing in the Republican Party. I hate hearing that. Let's start having these sermons. Me and my trainer were just talking about that. How we as black people, we about self, man. We don't move like a community like they did in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, and 70s. It's about me, and I. We change it up, MJ. We could change the game.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. 100%. 100%. Oh yeah, we over time. Look.
We over time. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, hey, because we try to the listeners, we try to keep it within an hour.
Okay, that's right.
Because of our research, we understand that more people will be more engaged if you keep it at an hour less. Once you go over, you start losing people. So don't fret. We'll be back next week. And we will have the information on the library tours. Listen, when we put this information out, I'll give you a little information about the library tours. We are bringing artifacts to the libraries, and we are showing original artifacts, letters and things of such from the movement. I think we got a letter from John Lewis to Martin Luther King from Granddaddy. We got a couple of things like that. We are showing and we are talking to the people that come. So I submit to everyone. We're gonna go to different libraries in different counties, and we're gonna let everyone know. We're gonna post up the dates and everything. We're gonna get some type of sheet of flyer together and post up the dates. Bring your children, bring your students, bring your grandchildren, bring your mama and them, bring your grandfather. Because one thing we know, the children need to learn the real history. The students need to learn the real history. You need to learn the real history. Your mom and them need to learn the real history, and your grandfather need to see what he fought for. It just is what it is. So once we start posting it, man, y'all come out. I know we got Clayton County maybe on the books, and we have DeKalb County maybe on the books. So yeah, Anastasia and Charlene kind of getting that together. So please be mindful with that. We would love to see everybody there. Have I missed anything? I don't think I missed anything.
I got some more breaking news. Donald Trump is on his way out of here. Ooh, that was fast, man.
So he went there, took a picture, and got on.
Got on out. He's inmate number P01135809.
Yeah, I got to go watch this. I got to go see it. So yeah, keep that in post. Keep everything. Get the book the tour. Get the clothes. Book us to come speak, man. We got some things stirring up. And we will be in Selma, Alabama. This will be in there Sunday.
Yeah, for the unveiling of the marker. They got two. They got one for Granddaddy and they got one for Perkins. It's first Black Mayor Selma.
So they got two markers. Okay.
And then you supposed to stand up there and pull the
sheet off the marker.
Sheet off, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna pull the sheet off the.
And then supposed to do a selection too.
We gotta do which one we'll talk about. We'll talk about that when we get out.
I'm rusty, man. You got to make it easy for me, hey.
Bro. You're not gonna make it easy for me. Freedom is harder to see than God is able.
I know, but you want it right.
Okay, listen. We appreciate y'all joining us. Listen, we appreciate y'all joining us, man. Come back next week. We're gonna have more topics. We're gonna have more information, more promotion. First Nurse Kimberly Reese, she gonna be back. And we're still trying to get our Mr. Voting Rights segment. Look, Mr. Voting Rights is on the way. Our mascot.
That's right. He's showing up.
He's finally on the way.
Hey, we might have Faith on here next week.
And that's what I was going to say for Mr. Voting Rights segment. That is our segment. If you want your child or grandchild or cousin, nephew to be highlighted on the Mr. Voting Rights segment of the show, we didn't do it this week, but we will bring it back next week. We're probably going to do either once or twice a month until we get more kids to be highlighted. If you want your child highlighted, hit us up. Y'all know how to get in touch with us. Inbox us through YouTube, wherever you got to do. Hit us up through all the DMs. And we'll make sure we get your child highlighted or whoever it is, and we'll do a live interview, have them on, and we'll get it together. So get that in. We got a lot of things going on, but we appreciate everybody that's participating. Shout out to the FD Reese Foundation team. They have been working diligently,
yes, sir,
to get us a lot of different things that we got going on, and we already know you are as good. Without a team, we ain't. Listen, y'all.
Right, that's right.
Listen, man, without our team, bro, we ain't.
Amen.
I know we the face.
Yeah.
And y'all see us.
Well, your team allows you to go to the next level.
Correct.
You can do a lot by yourself, but
right,
you could really make an impact with the right team.
That's right.
And that's just where it is. And we've been blessed with some great individuals in this season that's allowing us to step it up a little bit more, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Stepping it up. Yeah, we stepping it up. So we appreciate y'all. We will see y'all next week. Y'all know what time it is. And you know what FD used to say? After every night, there comes a day.
That's right.
We'll see y'all next week.